Hey guys, so this is another thoughts video. Today we're going to talk about Zeus. For this character I wanted to take my time with him because he's actually a really unique hero and a lot of different things that are very interesting because, for example, he's the first stone creator in yellow in the entire game, so that's going to be a definitely interesting thing to talk about today. But let's hear the things that he actually says first.
Everything is under control. Past the dark cosmos lies infinity. How trivial. Everything is under control. I am the law.
There we go, that's the fourth one. So, as you can hear, he's pretty, has a lot of superiority, moody character, pretty strong-willed character, but this version of Zeus, it's, like, ready for battle, really mad, like all that. So, it's interesting that they created the character Zeus, because he is from Greek mythology, and they create the Deedlight over here with his trident and everything. So you can actually think that he could possibly be Poseidon, but don't get confused because in the campaign he actually dies. So don't think that he's Poseidon, even though he does definitely look the part. So we're definitely going to check Zeus' story, and it is very interesting because it opens the door to many cool characters in the future. So we're going to do that right now. So it's important to note that Zeus is a support character, so he's not designed to do a lot of damage. But we're going to talk about that too in a second. So Zeus pretty much they took the story from the Greek mythology that he's always like getting a new mistress and things like that. But they mentioned that in his story that that the scholars of Antia, let me see how that's called, mythologia they call it, the mythologian scholars, they say that the page of his story pretty much would be 100 pages shorter, only 10 pages long, if he had all his emotions in check. Because when he's fine, the sky is completely blue and nothing, and when he's mad, it's always thunder and all that. So yeah, he's an eventful character. However, they mention an event in the story, which is super interesting. They say that it's the event of Ragnarok, and that's the apocalyptic event for Norse mythology. So mixing Zeus with Norse mythology, that's super interesting. That makes me think that possibly some actual Norse mythology characters are going to come in, and they're going to be for coming in for Iskabra, because Iskabra only has offensive heroes. Maybe the gods like for Iskabra for healers and support. So that's interesting to think, but it's a possibility. So let's go to Zeus' story. So supposedly for Ragnarok, it doesn't actually say. It just says that since the book is created by humans, it's not perfect, so it doesn't have everything. But it is true that all the gods, pretty much after Ragnarok, go into sleep. But before they go into sleep, Zeus, with the help of Naya, he creates a mirror image of himself. So Naya is the god of the Church of Naya. So that's interesting to note. So Naya is an actual deity in this world. That's confirmed with Zeus' story, and he is with, pretty much Naya is with Zeus there, pretty much slumbering. So he sends over his mirror image, and he goes to an island, and the island is Aegis, as it says here. And apparently he has a loyal family member. So apparently he starts a family in this island, and for 100 years he pretty much creates a shield all over the island to pretty much nobody can actually go into the island. So, and 100 years planning for his revenge So the story doesn't really say what exactly he wants revenge from or from whom, but apparently something happened in the in Ragnarok that he wants revenge on. So apparently the way that you actually wake up all the gods is with heroes from Antia, and but he never found a really strong, powerful, or good, or with all that heroes in the time. However, then Arthur comes in, and he thought he was the one, but then he notices that Arthur was really stubborn, and he opened the time portal with all the evil beings coming out, macabre and all that. So pretty much, when you go to the story of the campaign, you're gonna know all about that. Like time portal, all the evil comes in. It's a real mess. However, the interesting part is the end of this story because it pretty much it involves all the heroes that we usually see on campaign, and it involves possibly even you yourself, the Dragoneer. It says here that the Dragoneer, the Fate had chosen a Dragoneer who led all the powers of the land to deal a blow to the revived Macabre. The Dragoneer's courage, kindness, and charisma were unprecedented, and Zeus had found who he was looking for. Now is the time to awaken the gods. So who exactly is that? Is it the other heroes like Alia and all that? And Malford, who knows? Or he does say the Dragoneer, so apparently he's referring to us, because the game calls us Dragoneers. So apparently he's possibly there's going to be a story in the future that we are going to release the gods, awaken the gods, and that opens up to a bunch of incredible five-star heroes that could come. Because if Zeus comes in and they're mentioning Ragnarok, there is a lot of heroes they can create and bring into the game. I can definitely see a bunch of heroes there coming down there for sure. Like, for example, Thor. Thor will be amazing to see, although Thor is thunder, and Zeus is thunder, so I don't know how they're gonna work that out. Yeah, I would definitely like to see that, and also Naya. Naya would be really cool to see too. How exactly she turns out. Zeus is yellow. It would be very surprising if Naya is purple or some other color there. I would definitely like to see that. Alright, lots of possibilities, lots of cool heroes to come from that. So, let's talk about Zeus's abilities.
Everything is under control.
So the first thing you're gonna pretty much check 100% is his ability to create yellow Naya stones. That is incredible. Because yellow, if you don't play much the game, yellow does not have weapons. Did not have weapons. Did not have heroes that create stones. So you were actually forced to use heroes like, for example, Alden to reset the board, or maybe Haito to reset the board to be able to see if you're lucky to get some yellow stones and things like that. But now you have Zeus. So his damage and his bouncing is amazing, but the main thing is that he creates stones. So that's the thing that we've been waiting for a long time in the game. So let's check our awakenings here. The first awakening, in my opinion, is bonkers, bonkers, because it pretty much creates two additional yellow Naya stones with into lightning stones. So in this case, it's pretty much that's the +5 for Wukong. Let me show you Wukong real quick. Wukong, you have to get him +5 to get extra stones. See, when casting a kill, additional turns 2 non-red Naya stones to Wukong. Pretty much that fifth awakening is Zeus's +1. That is bonkers. So pretty much from 4 stones, he's gonna create 6. So yeah, that's the big one for him. And that's pretty much a gift, you could say, because that's a +5 ability on pretty much on that position. So the second one, the usual 10% on everything. Then the third one is pretty useful, especially in long fights. It's gonna pretty much turn him from average into a little bit faster. A little bit fast. A little bit faster than fast. Sorry about that. So that's definitely gonna be good if you like in Titans or things like that, just to create the stones there. So for defense, 10% extra. And finally, his +5 is the lightning stones are gonna do 150% more damage and increases bounce by 2. So as you can see, I don't have him +5, but people that have had him +5, they say that the stones do incredible amounts of damage. And they just, when the stones come out, everybody disappears. It's crazy. So if you're lucky enough to get at +5, congrats. He's gonna do at that level. He should do a lot of damage if it's more than one target. Now that's important to note. All right, so yeah, so I definitely believe that +5 is the way to go for him. If you have him, you gotta get him +1. If you can take anything from this video, that's definitely the one. So let's play around with him here. So on Titans, we have the green one today, but let's imagine that this is the purple Titan here. You can, since he is, don't forget that he's a utility hero. So you're probably going to put him like a team like this, and then add him over here, and maybe add a healer or a cleanser. Well, you should like to use Alia. So if you play with him, you're going to activate him always to create the extra stones, and try to create more of the crystal stones to activate a lot more. And the important thing that they also added in was the weapon. Let's see if I can hear it here. This weapon over here, the Staff of Naya, which they're selling it for $30 now. Pretty much a lot. They offer it over and over, but Yellow did not have a weapon to create yellow, so if you have this, you can get it up and fully awakened, ascended or upgraded. They're gonna give you 8 stones on the first fell swoop. So you do that, then you do Zeus, and then everything it gets the ball rolling over and over again. Because Zeus is gonna create 6 and then 6 and then 6. It's pretty crazy, pretty good. So usually on Titans, you can use them like this. Since he is gonna create yellow stones, you have to do like a yellow team, yellow heroes here. You can add in pretty much all the heroes that you have. If it's for Titans, maybe Jacob over here, and let's see, you can bring this hero Agatha as well. Not so much for the damage that she does, but because she's gonna give the 25% buff for attack and defense over here, and that is going to upgrade Zeus and Ruby, and also Jacob. So for Titans, that will be really nice. And do remember that Zeus is from the Naja Church, so more Naja Church heroes, the more damage you're gonna actually do to the Titan. So if you have 3 heroes, you're gonna do 40% more damage to the Titan. Though with Zeus, since Zeus is not really good at hitting only one target, because the stones are not gonna bounce, and he does AoE damage. But on Titans, if you bring in other church heroes, you're gonna do extra damage. Like Ruby is gonna do extra damage, and he's gonna do extra damage, and things like that, and especially with the buffs from Agatha. Alrighty, so that's Titans. On Arena, I've tested him many times, and he's really good on attack, but not so much as defense. He has the same problem as Wukong, because he's gonna go off, and then he's going to pretty much do the damage, but then he's gonna die. Especially if somebody is using collect like me, he goes off and he's dead. Pretty much he's dead instantly. That's most of the story of all the AoE heroes there, for sure. But on the attack, he's amazing on attack. Especially if you have other yellows there, they're definitely gonna help you out in doing that. I'm gonna do a quick attack here with him. So let's see, who do we attack? I'm gonna just attack whichever. Yeah, let's do plebeian. That's fine. Let me switch my team here. I'm gonna go yellow, like I showed before. I am gonna bring in Alia for the heals. Alright, as always, let's check weapons. Does he have purples? No, he doesn't have purples. So I'm gonna put defense here.
Don't mess with my
I'm
right.
gonna give him his axe.
We have harnessed the mysterious
Yeah, she can keep the
powers of
staff of
pyramid.
Naya.
Everything is under
I do like to
control.
put this weapon because it does raise his stacks here. Let's see. Energizing staff. No, I'm gonna give it to... I could do smoldering core as well. That's gonna help him go off more.
Double, double, toil and
And I'm
trouble.
going to give the
Fire
staff
burn and cauldron bubble.
to Alia here. Alright, let's give it a go. Alright. See, everybody's activated. It's pretty nice. So first guy to kill. Let me try to kill this one. I know it's not the best. She's gonna get the buff to not have so much damage, but we're gonna do it anyway.
You will all obey me.
So now we have a bunch of more things to do here, so. There we go again, see? So, let's see who to kill. Agatha's gonna be a problem if she goes off. Yeah, let's go for Agatha. She's not gonna do a lot of damage, but let's give it a try.
All obey me.
Okay, now we have the base here. Okay, let's see if we can get lucky. Alright. Uh-oh. Yep. So that's pretty much the strategy there of that defense team. Let's take care of this one.
Share a common enemy.
So that's gonna do a lot of problems there. Okay, alright, so that's enough. The idea is good, but it's not gonna do a lot of damage. It's not gonna kill anybody.
Hocus pocus.
You will all obey me.
That's a nice end there. See, pretty much ended with a bunch of stones there for yellow. Final place that I would like to try him out is on the event. The event, he is incredibly good, and it's actually gonna end pretty soon. So, show you here real quick. So this was the team that I used. Let me just make sure that everything is correct here. Definitely her weapon.
Hurry up. If you want.
Come closer.
How trivial.
This was once a fine and bonny place, until the contagion struck.
Let's give her Almus's weapon.
Oh, the
And here I'm
glitches
gonna
is
give him the
gone.
whip. Alright, let's give it a go real quick. Wow. That is bonkers right there. Alright, first Agatha for the base. That's for stones, but that's fine. Let me see here. Oh my god. That is crazy. Alright. Let's go for this one this time.
All obey me.
A little bit more.
by the force of Nea.
There we go. So pretty nice. Checking damage here. Zeus was the one that did the most damage on the event. Well, usually he doesn't do as much damage on Titans and things like that, but in the event, it's pretty nice. So if you have him or you plan to have him for the event, now it's the last opportunity to get him. That's for sure. So, the places I think he's gonna be amazing on the attack. He's gonna be amazing on the arena on the attack as well. On tower, if you're gonna do spirits, he's gonna get a buff, just like the other new heroes here. He's gonna have 25 attack, defense, and all that. So if you have him +5, that is gonna be incredible. You're gonna sweep all this up. On the only thing that I don't think he's really good at, it's on the defense in arena and on war. As war. Maybe on the rune shield, which is the minus 80% damage there, he may be feasible, but I don't think he's still the best option there as well. And Tiny's is not going to do a lot of damage, but he's going to enable you to create more stones and more connections for the other yellows you have there. So that's definitely worth using on Titans for sure. And my recommendations on the Awakenings.
The dark cosmos lies infinity.
Okay, you have zero reason not to +1 him for sure. The +1 for him will enable you and give you a lot more advantage on pretty much any situations that you are on the attack. There's no reasons not to get the +1. That is, yeah. So +3 is good. It's not something you have to go crazy on, but if you want it, you can do it. But the sweet spot is here. It's right here. It's the best thing. Everybody should have Zeus +1 and +5. If you go all the way and you +5 him, then yeah, he's gonna do a lot more damage. A lot more damage with the stones. So yeah. So with this ability, he's gonna go off a lot more, and this is gonna destroy everyone pretty much. But yeah, not everyone is able to afford all this, so you definitely focus on getting the +1, because that's gonna enable you to do a lot more things in the game. That's for sure. And finally, for his weapon, I actually don't have his weapon, but we're gonna talk about it anyway. Let's see here. Let me check the updates first here. Whenever it wants to actually appear here. Oh, finally. Alright, so Zeus's weapon is gonna give 25% crit when it goes off, or Zeus for 50%. So that's pretty nice if you're gonna put it on Zeus. If you're not gonna put it on Zeus, let me get the weapon here real quick. It's over here. Alright, Zeus. Game, it's a little slower than usual. So, the thing about crit weapons and intelligence, it's not really something that you see a lot. So if you really want to bring in a weapon that gives crit or extra damage, you can definitely go for Zeus, because there are not a lot of attack weapons for yellow. The closest thing is for Morella, but you lose life, so no, that's not a good option. Or maybe this guy, but you still lose life as well. So if you want an attack weapon, probably Zeus's weapon is a good option. It can give you 25 extra crit. And for Zeus 50, so that's pretty nice. So, final thoughts on the hero.
Everything is under
It's pretty obvious that I can definitely recommend this hero, because it's gonna enable you to do a lot more things in the game. especially if you're running mono yellow. Definitely, it's gonna help you out a lot. So yes, I do recommend him for sure. So if you're still on the ropes on actually getting him, get him. He's totally worth it. All right. Thank you very much, guys. Have a great day. Bye bye.